welcome to the cradle of quarterbacks, Ross-Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boiler up in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Offense set on first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll keep it on the ground. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Looking to throw, it's Finley. Floating away. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the returner will be knocked down. So Purdue's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
They'll give it to the back. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off. Four wide out set, three of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page playing.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
I think you run that play on 2nd down, knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, 1st quarter, they've now already given up 1.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. 1st down to start the drive after the bridge. Dropping back, it's Finley. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards, pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
21, Purdue, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there?
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. Give to the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
They're bringing heat. He's got it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Back to the ground with the running back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Release to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. The official says no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
And that kind of tells you how the season's gone for this squad. Just whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense, now it's the special teams, missing a makeable kick. It's been that kind of year.
The give to the big fullback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Offense gets set for second down. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line. First down for the offense.
Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking downfield, it's Finley. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Gets rid of it. He's right on target. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Nittany Lions looking to convert on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
On third down, going up top. Fires deep on the run. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Quarterback extends the play. He'll let one go down the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the returner will be brought down. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Johnson. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. And they didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for a man. It's Finley. He'll pull it down and run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Hand off from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The sweet feet buy a little time. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Caught, close to the marker, it's Petty. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Purdue, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Boilermakers decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off play action on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to a tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Finley. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They're trying, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. He's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
The Boilermakers will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field? On display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. First down for this offense. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The play action fake. On the run, still looking. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Third down coming up.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. The sure hands, it's Johnson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Handoff to the single running back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They'll try it on the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Quick strike complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down. Delivers to contact. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
And then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And it's right down the boulevard. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Offenses now, they know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Nittany Lions look to do some damage in the red zone. The give as they work on that clock. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up, keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, Dave.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game.